G'day, Burke here. This is going to be an uncut demonstration of how to survive Gnamod Horde mode, which is extremely difficult to do in single player because I think the basic mode says 1 to 3 players, and I think 2 is probably optimal. But 1 is virtually impossible, so I'm going to show you how I figured out how to survive through that first night, and hopefully it works, and then you'll see what you can do as well. Wow, looks like we got some pretty good armor there. Let's see, double barrel shotgun. So we want to wear all the stuff that we can. Yep, we've got some cloth. Scrap you. Repair you. Okay, I think that's just about everything that we need to sort out from there. Modified, we'll put, get you guys out, put you there. Grain alcohol, that is a good find because yeah, as I was saying, I figured out how to survive the night, and the only way that I can figure it out is to jump off at somewhere between midnight and 1 o'clock. It's literally the only way I can, like, I even tried cheating and spawning in a bunch of concrete and steel, and they still were like two layers thick. They were still inside the walls and had this thing blown up by 1:30 in the morning, I think it was. And the longest I could survive without cheating was what was it? It was about, I think it was 1:15 or something like that. So it didn't buy me a whole lot of time, this you know, cheating thing. So the first thing we want to do is get a bunch of wood. Get as many spikes going as we can, because that's all that's going to be holding. Once they get to the walls, you basically want to be jumping down. Okay, and do we have any bricks or anything else that might be useful as well? Flagstone, blocks, bricks, sweet. Okay, so let's get started with the building. So I'm going to do this in 2 parts, and basically what I'm going to try and do is have, you know, the night time in the second part, so you can sort of see the general layout that I get going. And I don't know if I should be using these ones for this. I might have been better off getting the flagstone, because I want to save some for the outside as well. Because during the night you'll need to come in and repair your weapons and stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes anyway. So this is just a, like I said, just a tutorial just to get you through that first night by yourself. Obviously, I think once you've got through the first 2 nights on single player, you're basically up and running. 1, 2. And I don't want to cut any of it out so that you can see, you know, that I'm not cheating and spawning and stuff and what have you, any other shady bits and pieces. Although to be fair, you do still need a relative amount of experience in this game in order to survive the Horde mode. Even following this tutorial, this won't work well for beginners. You'll need to have a fair amount of skills. For instance, surviving running around isn't actually as difficult as you think it is, but you need, without a shadow of a doubt, you need either grain alcohol or beer, and that grain alcohol is actually enough to survive the first night, so I'm pretty damn stoked about that. so what have we got there? 1, 2. So we're 3 high. So that gives us 4. I like to go 5 high because that way I can run and jump off the top without worrying about breaking my leg or anything. So when I see the Zeds get to the side of the wall there, I might give it a minute or two more, but I don't usually leave it too much longer, because if I need to come up, say if I break my leg and I need to get in here and see what's going on, you know, get hold of a splint or whatever, I want to be able to have time to do that without worrying about the zombies breaking in. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Beautiful. As I said, this probably isn't incredibly important because it's like I said, we're going to be jumping down anyway, but yeah, I kind of want to do this anyway, just because it helps you get set up for the future. We do have a lot of building materials and stuff that I wouldn't mind grabbing, but I just want to sort of get all this stuff done before I run out of time to get the building up. And that's us. So I think we'll just top up the rest of this with the flagstone. Man, I really want those iron bars, but they're quite expensive. So we're going to want some nails. I'll grab some of them for a box. Where else are we at? So I'll grab 100 of them. Oh, was that it for the... Yeah, I think that was it for the wood for now, so it might not have been terribly smart of me to do that. Grab you just in case as well. Because we still want to get some ladders going on, but that's okay, I can stop that anyway. Never going to use that. Really? Why are you doing that? Come on, sell it all. There we go. Okay, so let's see. I want to get that down as well. Not a big deal. The first couple of layers are protected, and that's the main thing that we want here. What else did I need? I wouldn't mind those iron bars, but we'll see what we've got left over. You thought I saw something moving there. So if you don't get everything that you want from the vendor, there is a perk that you can use, and that when you use that, it resets everything in there. So that is something that you definitely want to take advantage of on the first day. And the way we do that is at 1400 hours, 1410, somewhere around there. The what do they call them? The Wandering Horde should pop out. So let's see. I think we'll save these military grade ones for the night time, and we'll use these ones for now. Oh, is this only a 2-shot one? Man, that's going to be painfully slow. What about you? Okay, so we'll just pop down here and let's just see what we've got in here. I think we've got enough, actually. Let's see. 12 grand for a wrench is just a little bit high. Might see what's there later on. So what do you use? Do 10 gauge. Got 15 of those. I think I might just buy. The one thing you don't want when you're out on the ground running around is to run out of repair kits, because you will be stuffed. Meat. That's what we want. I've got enough grain alcohol to last the night. The thing with grain alcohol is very, very important, because I used it the other night instead of beer. I've always used beer instead, but I didn't have any choice. I had to use the grain alcohol, and it lasted me all night long. I jumped down just before 1 o'clock in the morning, and it didn't run out till after 4 a.m. So that's definitely what you'll be wanting there. So what have we got there? Regular 10 gauge and 20 gauge. Military grade. Oh, can't afford it, eh? Man, that's a bummer. Actually, I've got enough ammo to get me through the night, I think. So what I will do... What's our time at? It's only 11 o'clock. I'm going to buy all of those. All of those. Yeah, that's probably it for the building, so I won't actually need any rebar frame, I don't think. Wouldn't mind that cement mixer as well, and the shotgun turret, but this is only to survive the first night, so in reality the shotgun turret's probably not going to be very useful. But one thing I did want to note though is that we'll cancel you. Yeah, one thing I did want to note though is that during the night, oh sorry, I forgot what I was even going to say now. I'm not sure what I was supposed to be focused on there. Okay, spikes. Get you continuing on there. Okay, that's right, we want to cancel you, and we also want... Not enough nails? Oh. Craft, then back to the spikes. Okay. Cool, so what we want to do now, I think actually... This is probably actually a little bit too small. This might not have been the smartest move actually. I haven't even put my bloody thing down yet, have I? Hang on. Let's get you down. Yeah, so the basic goal here is to go unedited as much as I can so that you guys can see sort of how this pans out. Which means it'll take 2 episodes to get the whole lot done. Okay, so what we want to do now... Actually, we'll get you lined up first. Still got plenty of time. Hold down R for that, although if you're not familiar with that, you're probably not familiar enough to be playing this mod anyway. Certainly wouldn't recommend playing this mod until you've got a fair bit of experience under your belt, like, you should be basically sick of vanilla before you're playing this. I mean, that's why I started playing it. But if you do like this this episode and you want to see how far I can actually survive, then just yell out in the comments. I'll be quite happy to do a run through just to see how far I can last on this, because that is the purpose of this after all, is to basically, this isn't like a long-term survival strategy. You're basically playing this just to see how long you can live for. Okay, so should be able to jump from there, I think. We'll find out. Maybe not. Let's see. That should do it. There's the one. Nice. Is that right? There it is. Sweet. So now we want to start getting actually I probably should have stuck the storage box down first. That wasn't very clever. Let's get these spikes started anyway. So I probably should be, I think I should be upgrading these walls to, at least the bottom layer anyway, to hardened concrete, but 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm not that fussed with it at this stage because we're not going to be up there all night anyway. Like single player, you absolutely will not last. I can guarantee that. If anyone can survive the whole night without jumping off their base with what is given to them at the start without cheating, I do a whole video uncut. I would love to see it, because I honestly, I don't think that it can be done. Like I actually tried, like I think I mentioned that I put on cheat mode and I spawned in a bunch of rebar, concrete and steel, and I built up a 2-layer thick steel wall, and they were still inside the base at 1:30 in the morning and blowing up. So I don't actually think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you can't get to that level off the start, so I don't think that it's possible to survive the night by yourself. But even though this is classed as single player, it does say in the description 1 to 3 players, so I think you should probably keep that in mind. You know, I think that the optimal amount to play this game would definitely be 2 players. 3 would probably be starting to get easy, but when I jump down at about somewhere between 12 and 1 in the morning, you will see for yourselves that there's way too many Zeds to be tackling them up there. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see for yourself once I'm running around the sheer amount of zombies that you're dealing with. There's just no way you would last up there by yourself. Like I said, I mean, you could spawn in shotgun turrets and generator and some engines and stuff and get by that way. But if you're doing that, what's the point in playing? Not quite sure why. Like the only reason I even bothered using the cheat was just to see if it was actually possible. And given normal materials, even above what you would get, you know, on the normal starting, you wouldn't survive. Oh, zombies should be coming out. So busy yakking, Sort of depends what you get as well here. Sometimes you'll get a cop or someone who isn't a cop. Or sorry, doesn't look like a cop but is. Oh geez, run it. Man, they often do that to me. There we go. So we want to try and sort of keep these guys, get them bunched up if we can. Try not to miss them. Which I'm doing quite a good job of, I think. We're not doing too bad here. So you're going to use these points to upgrade your Vendinaire so you can try and get some more stuff that you need. It's probably helpful if I did stop missing them. Is that a cop over there or is it another runner? Oh. That was lucky. See what I mean? That was actually, I think, a first for me. I've seen the whites act like cops and the Hawaiian, but I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Oh geez, that was silly. Also pays to keep an eye on where you're going. That was that guy that I kept missing before. That's what happens. You always seem to do better when you're not recording. This is short. I've never actually used the I've never actually used this pump action shotgun before. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. These guys are really irritating, man. Really hard to... There we go, got him. Just pause the game briefly there because the headphones decided to turn off. Awesome, so that's some skill points that we needed. I should probably be using my melee weapon, but oh, I'm actually quite stoked with this weapon. Turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Man, that's awesome. I wasn't quite sure how well I was doing on the weapons front there, but yeah, definitely happy with how that turned out. Apart from some idiot getting caught up on the spikes, don't know how I managed to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably be coming out 6 or so. I'm going to be using all the spikes up, like saving them. Not much point in doing that. Yeah, we've still got quite a few left. Every second that you can buy is worth doing. Also recommend getting a workbench as soon as you can. And get barbed wire manufactured as well, because that barbed wire actually does a really good job of slowing them down. Like even more so than these guys, but it's expensive to make and it takes quite a long time as well. Okay, keep this coming round. Hopefully we don't have to hang out where I've got the wooden frames, mind you. I usually get I think I got by like 3 or 4 days on the other playthrough I did, just to test this out and see how well it works. We might even get 7 out. So once you survive the first night, all the loot and stuff that you have left over the next day is it usually gets you off to a good, like the hardest part I found is actually the what do you call it, not the, like what you get from the vendor now, because it's so much RNG involved, like how I said, you need to get on the ground and run to survive in single player. You can't survive any other way, which sort of isn't, like, I think that's sort of not very fair, because this is supposed to be a horde defense game where you're supposed to be on your base, and if the base falls, then that's it. You shouldn't be able to run around, I don't think. Like I said, I think that kind of defeats the purpose of what this is. But that being said, this game is so difficult on single player playing by yourself, I don't think it's possible to do it. Like I said, I'd love to see a video from someone if they can do it by themselves without getting off the wall and without cheating. Like, I guess I could, like if you had a generator and a couple of shotgun turrets, you could probably pull it off, and enough ammo to fill those shotgun turrets up. You might be able to pull it off, because those shotgun turrets are essentially like having another person helping you out, I suppose. But I don't see any other way to do it. I'm going to get it before I upgrade the vendor near to see what's in there. I'm probably going to buy some more ammo, because I think I saw some pretty good shotgun ammo in there. And that's it, because basically I want to see if I can get some more wood too. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Let's put all the stuff in there that we don't need. Actually think we might want to use these. I probably shouldn't be doing that because I don't think I have any liquid either. But still, one of the things that's worth investing points in if you're going to be staying with the game for any length of time is probably the survival, you know, where you eat less food and less water, because you burn through meat in this game really quick. So that's 100%. Put you in there. Won't be using you guys anytime soon. Whoops. Okay. And let's see. Probably won't be using that either. I'm not sure how much use the torch is going to be. Okay, so before we go too much further, actually probably want to get these lights in here. Bang, and that's done. So I don't think there was any drinks in here, was there? Oh, these guys are pretty handy too. Especially at night time when you're running around. Don't know if I want the wrench, but then we could be caught short if we don't get something. I'd rather have a low quality one. So we'll just see. What do we want there? Regular 10 gauge. I think it was on the last page. Military grade. See if we can get 200. No. Jeez, that stuff's expensive. Well, that's all we can afford of that one. Well, we could get some more, I suppose, but I want to save some money in case we find some more good stuff. Alright, I might have to buy some yucca juice. But I think that stuff cools you down, like, no matter what you're wearing, so I don't know if I want that. Let's go to here. So this is how you reset it. Just click on V, Vendinair. Upgrade that. And hopefully... Oh, I forgot to buy the mining helmet. Nice. How much is that? It's only $2 grand. I'm going to get it because it's light at night time is one of the most difficult things I think for me personally. And what else? Don't really need any more grain alcohol. I've got 7. And I only need 1. Should only need 1 or 2 tops to get through the night. The main thing is water, which I'm still not finding. Well, isn't that lovely? Bottled water, there we go. That'll do the job. Berry juice. Berry juice is probably good too, but it doesn't affect wellness, so it's not that big a deal. The other thing to bear in mind as well is coffee. I've tried doing running around on coffee. They will still catch you. Your stamina goes down faster than the coffee will rejuvenate your stamina. So beer is the minimum. Grain alcohol is the one that you really want. So just keep that in mind, people. Okay, and if we wear you, means we can sell you. And what else? See if we got some more wood coming through here. Yes. Oh, I suppose that iron's gone. I probably want to get... man, there's so much stuff here that I want to get. Let's buy 10 more of those. I've still got 6 grand left, but I really would love to get that generator bank. Oh, I need 11 grand for that. No, I'm not going to be able to get it. Bummer. Well, I might as well buy the generator bank then. I think if I get the generator bank, mind you, I don't know why I'm doing all this because this is only supposed to be a one night thing, but if anyone wants to see this continue on, let me know and I definitely will. I probably shouldn't be spending all my money though. Was there anything else in here that I needed? Some Molotov cocktails probably would have been handy. Ten is better than none. Sweet. Good to go. Now we should be fine now. Do we have enough healing items? We'll find out, I suppose. There was no hammer. That's what I wanted to check for, hammers. I don't see any. Nope. Okay. Oh wow, I don't even have enough for that. Okay. And get you out of there. Where's our copy rotation? That's what we want. So I'm probably going to pause this fairly shortly and in this episode, and then I'll just carry on with the next episode so that you guys can see exactly how one survives the night. I'm just a little bit nervous. Five med kits or first aid kits should be enough to get through the night, but yeah, not 100% sold on that. And this is also probably, I'm not sure if I'd say this is vital, but I recommend doing this because I generally get cops on the first night, and they can actually blow you up just from spitting at your flag, so yeah, that's the thing. And we're about done there. Nice, that worked out pretty well. So you can get in there. Put you in there. So that should give us enough concrete mix. Hopefully tomorrow morning we'll have enough to start doing some upgrades if I can get hold of a hammer or something. But like I said, not quite sure how we're going to play this out yet. I'll keep that ammo on me just in case I need it. So the reason, just before I end the episode, just want to show you, where did it go? On the wrong side here, yeah. So the reason I did it like this and not, sometimes I just do a straight pole up with a ladder, and they can destroy that pretty quickly. So it's best to have something like this because, and you want to be at least 2 blocks away as well, otherwise the runners will get up onto your base. The reason I do it like this is so that I can run up here, jump up, and get these guys repaired without being down there on the ground. Otherwise, you can find yourself pretty stuffed. So we'll put you there and you there, and I want to keep them right there. So oh, one more thing as well, you might as well, if you've got the points left over, you can only go up. I'm not sure how the Vendinaire perk works. I think you have to get sell so much stuff maybe or something, I don't know. But it's definitely worth going onto firearms. Whatever your gun of choice is, grab it so that you can do more damage. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's a whole lot left to show. You definitely want to be a minimum of 2 walls thick, but if I can make a recommendation, if you have the materials, go out an extra length here because this is going to be too cramped to be useful when you get your chem station and your workbench and your forges and your concrete mixers down. You're going to be pretty tight. So I think I definitely went too close in, but I did do it because I wanted to have enough materials to get 2 layers in all the way up. But if I can get enough concrete tomorrow, I might do an extra wall out around here. Yeah, I'll probably do that. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this episode here, and then we'll come back for Horde night. Should be ready to go. So, yep, got the helmet on. Not much point in upgrading these. Yes, I didn't actually realise this pump action shotgun was as useful as it is. It seems to do a pretty good job. So I'm pretty stoked with that. Not sure what its range is though. That pig's still out there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is the end of the first part. Second part we'll come back and take on the Horde, and I will show you guys, hopefully successfully, how to run around without getting killed. So it's not as difficult as it seems. That's one of the things that I want to show here. I'm not that skilled at the game, and I was a bit nervous about it. Like, I thought that I wasn't going to be able to play the Horde mode because I wouldn't be able to survive running around. But as long as you have grain, alcohol, so the things you definitely need, you need grain, alcohol or beer, and you need some first aid kits, enough repair kits to get by, and you know, a melee weapon so that if you run out of ammo, you can still deal to them after the night's finished. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. This is Burke, signing out.